So I thought I'd rather give the Spaceys direction. I'd rather give the Spaceys direction than the Marths and the Sheiks. Um, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like I have like this obligation to play Fox just because no one gets Fox practice at all, except for with each other. Except for like James is probably only um, Fox practice like people get around here besides Devin. So and Devin, like doesn't show up to the thingies that much. So I thought it was like I think it makes the most sense to do these two. Why not? God, there's this big glare. How do I fix that? It's so bright outside, like it's ridiculous. Here, I had to come to chat on my phone, so this is high tech. I got these sick buttons that rewind 10 seconds. It's dope. Okay, hold on one sec. I've seen this set once before. There was some things I saw that they could do. It's mostly just gonna be like really simple stuff. Like I'm not gonna comment like all of like right there. You even saw like a tech flub from James. I'm not gonna like hound them for that because that's just you have to deal with that Spaceys, and yeah, I remember seeing that Jabber set or laser reset as Nathan did. It was pretty good. See, and here's another thing. I'm not sure if that was a tech flub or not. I assume it was. Like right there when he forward threw. He should up through. Because yeah. And I'm assuming that was a tech flub because up there would have been clearly the better option, and then he could have gotten the tech chase. But yeah, if I think it's a tech flub, then I'm just gonna call it a tech flub, and I'm thinking that was a tech flub, so I'm not gonna hound him too much for that. Okay, I could go in so deep, honestly. Like all of like mistakes that I even do, like right here. I don't know why James shielded that laser. It's I don't know. I wouldn't have like that. That just was like shielding that laser is like an invitation for the Valko to come in at you. So right off the bat, I would say to if the Falco is like under the platform or not even in the center, lasers have like not as big as an effect. So it's okay to get hit by them because what you can just do is just short hop and hit them right out of their approach, or even just dash away from them. So respect the laser less when he's coming out of the corner with it or coming into the center. Like if you have the center and he's trying to come into the center with lasers, that's a bad idea by them, I think. So yeah. Can you guys hear me okay? I have 2 mods in the chat right now. Alright, cool. Wait, let me check that. Yeah. Okay, anyways. So, yeah. Nathan keeps on lasering the other way, and like I said, I think that's a tech flub. There's that time James up through, so I'm thinking it was a flub. This was sick. That was like actually sick. I don't like this edge guard he gets. I thought that was like dope. I'm gonna have to steal that. I'm pretty sure Devin would think that's like pretty basic, but yeah, I don't know. Alright, yeah, and I saw this. Okay, so I mean, this is like a mess up on both their accounts, I think, because James corners himself. Okay, I'm gonna like switch to VLC because I hate how it like dimmins when I pause it. We're at 112. Okay. So James corners himself. And you would like if I was Nathan, I would just laser him. Because yeah, like he tried to make it like I think he tries to make an effort of escape, so he doesn't get punished that hard. But Nathan should have punished him harder for going to the corner, and James shouldn't have gone to the corner, put himself in the corner. Is what I mean. I'm gonna look at that edge guard again. Jumps. I think Nathan just messed up and back aired way too early. Because this is the right idea, or at least one right idea you could choose here. Oh, what's up, Julian? But he did it way early, so yeah, and he gets hit for it. Tried to go for the quick edge guard. There's good auto cancel back air. It's pretty standard like zoning stuff. Yeah. They're actually doing like okay. Right when I said that, like, oh. Anyways, they're doing like pretty good stuff, like stuff that I would do, like shielding when they're in a knockdown position to like let them do a get up attack. Oh, what's up, Sam? But James might be shielding too much, I think. Like right here. I wanna like look at this again. Oh, I think I went too far back, whatever. See right there, that was a good shield. He shields again right here, but yeah, because I don't know what he's scared of. Like, when you're in shield, you lose like all your options. Like, especially if your back is turned and you're shielding, and especially if you're in the corner. So, you can't like invite the Falco to, you know, want to attack you in the corner because they have the tools to do that. You want to like keep all the mobility options you have. I know the video is choppy. Like, I don't know how to fix that. Like, it's super. I know it's like it annoys me. It might have been the quality of the stream. But I'm not sure, honestly. Like, cause my other videos look fine, I think. Like this video looks.
Oh, do we have Paul
fine.
And Devin?
I don't think so. I think it's Paul and David.
Ooh, Paul
So,
and
yeah.
David.
Paul
This is gonna
versus
be hype.
David. Yeah.
I know. I don't. That annoys me. Anyways, well, I was talking about James's shielding and how I even do this too much, where you just shield too much because you're afraid of the Falco. You really should only be shielding, I think, if they're in like the immediate. If you're in their immediate zone of like a dare, like a shuffled dare. If you want to be shielding at all, you know. A/B looping, yeah, I have it right here. I'll probably like use it out. See, yeah, okay. Like again, it just looks like a bad habit because he's about to do this aerial. Should I mute the audio of the game? Okay, yeah, I'll probably do that. Yeah, well, I'll do that when I loop stuff. I'll loop this part actually, just so I can explain a little bit. Yeah. Okay. So, aerial shield right there, and like, you did it a bunch too. Like I even see you like I think you shield like at least 1, 2, 3, 4 times in this like couple second period, and like it's just you're cutting out all your options, and like I think you really need that against Falco, because Falco's all about shutting down your like that's all Falco's game. If Falco can't set up the game where you where he shuts down your mobility, then he does nothing. And if you can move around him, then they have nothing. Give me 1 sec. Yeah, I'll just play it from here. I could say something about Nathan's lasers. They're kind of like too high almost. Well, it's not too bad. Yeah, that's not too bad. But keep in mind that like the laser heights can really vary and it makes a huge difference. I'll just say that much. James going for the drills. Yeah, you guys are playing like relatively safe, I guess. Like, I mean, Nathan likes to go in big time with those lasers, you know, kind of the bomb soldier type stuff where he just lasers and goes in for something. And if I'll say James, like I said earlier, the mobility thing, if you choose not to shield it, then you can really mess up his approaches. James gaining a big lead here. Yeah, that was just bad timing on the. He had the read. He just messed up the timing on the tech end. See, now you're kind of like letting him come in. You're kind of letting Nathan come in at you, and messing him up for it. Like, here comes laser, there comes the full hop. Yeah, so that's you're adapting so far, which is good. And you got a big lead for it. You kind of went into the corner again, but you got yourself out. That was not as bad as earlier. See, and you're up throwing there, so that was like good. Good stuff from Nathan. It's good edge guard. Tries the multi-shine. Alright. That's some good ground control with the lasers. It's like the PPMD stuff. Yeah, get some good stuff there. you were like early on that crouch cancel shine. See, yeah, there's the Fox punishes. Yeah, one thing you guys are both doing is that was just like, okay, James made it back. I thought he was gonna die. One thing you both are doing is just going right in and into the corner when you could wait a little bit and let them throw out a move. Because I was thinking about this earlier. So like right here, he's in the corner. Just he gets out right away. You know. Well, I guess you get something out of it. And edge guard. Oh yeah, this. Oh yeah. Dang, it's crazy. You live that. I guess you're at pretty low %. What I was gonna say. I've been thinking lately that like, well, I read this in like Ty's Guide to Marth. Is that like, I saw James do this earlier, where like an advantageous situation, like your opponent being in the corner, doesn't go stale. So like, try and press that advantage. See right there, he just went right in. Like maybe you didn't know he was gonna be able to roll out of that or not, but the fact is that he was pressured and he did something. And if you just take the time to wait a little bit while they're in the corner like that, they'll do something. You know, like if they have been doing like both of you have been doing, then they'll do something and you can punish that. But like I was saying, advantageous situations don't go stale. You could in theory keep them in the corner for as long as you want if you were able to do that, you know, and you would still retain that advantageous situation. So don't be afraid to like just wait a little bit and be patient, and like, because they might get antsy and throw out something that you can punish. Like Nathan rolled there, and yeah. Oh yeah, we're seeing this for the third time. Living, alright. That was pretty cool, pretty slick by Nathan. The tomahawk up tilt. Alright, game 1 goes to James. I'll say the first game was all about like I mean, Nathan could have easily won this. James developed like a pretty good lead. I'll say that just right off the bat, like what to take from it was the corner situations. Don't corner yourself on purpose, and don't give up that don't give up the advantageous situation of them being in the corner so easily. You know, like keep it for a little bit and see what you can get out of it, and from there, that's when you really get to know your opponent, get to know like what make like are they really scared of the corner and they're trying to get out like immediately, or are they comfortable in the corner and they want you to come towards them? You know, like all the Sheiks in Corvallis are pretty much like that. They're pretty comfortable in the corner, and if you can keep them there, though, any hit will hit them off stage. So keep that in mind, and yeah. Anyways, and also James shielding, like don't like practice just like doing aerials and then running out of them. Because I actually had a similar problem. I still do actually have it. It's where I like would do an aerial and then just shield right away, and that's bad because you limit your options. You want to have as much options as much as you can. So, all right, game 2. Pretty sure this goes to game 3. Tech clubs. Silliness. I'm not even gonna go over that. Saga was silly. So, tech flubs. James did the drill, and I'll do the AB loop thing here. James did a drill, and somehow, yeah, he didn't get the shine out, you know. And that's just all tech flubs because, well, actually, let's see if Nathan DI'd out. No, yeah, you missed the L cancel. You could have gotten the shine. Yeah. Hold on one sec. Yeah, it's kind of a, I find it kind of a hard timing. I think that's you, James, actually. Potassium, maybe. It's a silly timing because you want to think it's earlier than it is, but it's like you want to like press the L button or R button like pretty late into the drill, I feel like. But he gets a shine out of it. He shouldn't have, but he did, and now he's getting a pretty good punish. Okay, I'm gonna say this. I saw this when I saw this earlier. So he gets the shine. I'll do the AB thing. Right there, Nathan forward smashes. This, the more you play, the more obvious it becomes that James was gonna shield here. This was like 100% a grab, I think. Yeah. Especially considering how much James has been shielding. This was like 110% a grab just waiting to happen. Just the shine, tech, grab. It doesn't even matter. You don't even like you could even yeah, that was totally a grab. A lot of players at this level, and like most levels in the state, I would think, shield after like a tech onto the platform. It's honestly like a pandemically bad, like it's like a pandemic habit that everyone has, is like it's that they'll get onto the top platform from being below it and they'll shield. Yeah, so this was definitely a grab, so keep that in mind, Nathan. Like if they're going from a lower level to a platform, I would say 9 times out of 10 they're going to shield, unless like they have shown that they're pretty like unless they've shown that they're, I'll pause it for a sec just to explain this, that they're one of those players that, you know, like acts out of the corner really aggressively and is just overall pretty aggressive. He might have thrown out a bear in that situation, you know, instead of the shield. But I would say mostly they'll shield. Was a better option after that tack, honestly, shield. If you're talking about the one on the top platform, I would say shield. Or not shields, shine is what I meant. So yeah, so he gets the shine right here. Probably shine. That'd probably hit Yeah, I would think. Yeah, they'd probably hit. It is also possible Nathan thought you were going to shine and thought he had outspaced it, in which case Nathan was thinking ahead of me, but yeah, but it's more likely that he was just trying to punish the tech in place and just missed and just like did it too late. But I would chase shine. Shine's pretty safe. You can do a lot of things, honestly. But shine's always safe because it's frame 1 and it's really fast. So, yeah. Anyways. So, still getting a meaty punish from Nathan. I guess he thought you were going to side B there and, like, covered it in, you know, like... Yeah. It's decent. I like when players go for, you know... those kind of things. I'm not sure if he could have like reacted to that side B, so I don't know. Good lasers and then edge guard. There's not much to say about like that edge guard. Like it's just a bad time. Like that, you would have like I would have done worse on that edge guard. Like you probably would have done way better than I would have on that edge guard because like you were just a tad late and like your spacing was a little bit off, but. You know, maybe stay on stage and down smash might have worked. Oh, he ledge cancels. What does he do after this? Oh, he could have dared again. Yeah. Hold on, let me get the chat back up. Yeah, I'll rewind it a bit. I'm trying to look for... Nathan doesn't really have the bad habit where he shields too much. If I were Nathan, though, considering how much James has been shielding, I would just start grabbing more, just straight up. Because laser grab is pretty strong, especially at this level where, like I said before, everyone's afraid of the Falco shine pressure, or shield pressure. Like, I bet he dares right after this. Oh, he just went for another shine. Going for another edge guard. Yep, classic stuff. Yeah, you guys are just it's kind of weird because you guys are going in, you know, just like right away, no matter like what could happen. But once you get better at movement, then these approaches you're doing, like on the platforms, they will get worse. I guarantee you they will get worse, and people will just be able to maneuver around them. Like right here, like on a better player, James, you would have gotten punished pretty hard, like decently hard at least, just because it was pretty unsafe. No aerial like that high on the shield would have been safe unless you like did the bear pretty late on shield. Even then, it's not even that safe. But what I would say is just wait a little bit. You know, like your opponent is gonna do something, and you can get a lot of info on what they're gonna do. Like, say Nathan just stays on this platform, and you're just running around on the bottom. Like, that tells you like he has a lead, wants to press his lead right now, and he's not looking for anything. It's like let him be there. You know, let him mess up something so you can get to him. Like, don't approach him if he's trying to like make you approach him. You see what I'm saying? And that's what Falcos are all about. All they want to do is shoot lasers and approach, and then have you approach them. You know, it's like, but yeah, that goes for both of you. You know, don't, like I said before about the staling, the advantageous situation. Don't stale and don't like give up an advantageous situation just because you think you want to. You know, like towards like the end of a set, you'll know right away whether you should keep them in the corner, or keep them in a certain position or not. I don't know if you meant to do that, James, but I'll look at that again. I think you did a running jab approach. See right here, that was the situation I was talking about. Here, actually, I'll do the AP thing. Yeah, okay, I want to, like, so check this out. You go for the running jab. That wouldn't have gotten you anything, I think. Because the percent he was at was not right. And Nathan avoided it by shooting a laser, which I'm not sure how. It's kind of a silly situation, honestly. He jumps right over you, but. Oh, okay. Because what's funny is, like, foxes are starting to do this now, I'm pretty sure. Like, I think Steven does this, where he runs up and throws out a jab if they're at a high percent, so he can confirm into, like, like an up smash or a back air or something like that. But, yeah. Yeah, you probably meant to down tilt, is what I'm thinking. Because you thought you might have, like, was going back. Once you, like, especially against, like, Falco Masters, I'm not saying Nathan's a Falco Master or anything, it's just, like, and by Falco Master I mean, like the classic just, like, bomb soldier Falco that just spams Falco tech. You'll realize is that, like, Falcos suck at, like, getting away from you, like, retreating from you, and you can really abuse that. Like, that, like, even just looking at this situation, you can see that, like, a Nair, or probably a drill would be better, because he can crouch cancel the Nair, would confirm into, like, a big punish. So just keep in mind that, like, Falcos will, if they're all about just spamming tech, they're probably not too concerned about their movement, and you can really, like, hit them hard for trying to retreat from you, because Falco sucks against retreating, or Falco sucks at retreating, I'd say. Yeah, like, that Nair was, like, it worked. This is something that, like, you also get punished for by a better player. Where like, you start the Nair pretty early. You start it, like, there, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure Fox is, like, crouching to do the Nair, yeah. And you got lucky and you got hit, but against a better player, if the Falco was right here, all he would have to do is just dash dance around that and grab, and or do whatever he wants. Like, even, like, I probably would have, like, wave dashed in what shined, And the solution to fixing that, the solution to fixing this is to just not throw out that Nair right away. Like, wave dash into the middle and see what he's gonna do, Like, wave dash in the middle, like, and then throw it out if you think it's gonna, like, if you're trying to, like, catch him on the back. It looked like here you might have thought that he was like this Nair here. That's the one I meant. It looked like you might have thought he was gonna come in again, and you were trying to, like, or just laser and do, like, the full hop thing to stuff the approach. But yeah. All this to say about, like, not throwing out something right away is just that, like, even, like, it happens at, like, all levels, like, anytime ever, is that it's called neutral for a reason, and that's because like, honestly, a great neutral would be someone who just throws out moves at the right time, and, like, throwing out something if you don't absolutely have to do it is a key, is, like, ironing out those situations is huge in Melee. Like, it's, like, one of the biggest keys to improving your neutral. Because so many people will just throw out stuff. Even I do this so many, and, like, I play Marth, and you're not even supposed to do that as Marth that much. Everyone does it, just throw out things when you're not supposed to, when you shouldn't, or maybe it's not, like, the best thing to do, and you get like, punished for it. But, like I said, here you didn't get punished, but against a better player, you would have. It's caught to you also, Nathan, that you should have punished that, I guess. Not really call out, though. Yeah, Nathan's punish games, pretty good. He's making it count, making the hits count, and that's really important. And you got Battlefield, to look like, or maybe you held down, or held a direction, I guess. Yeah. See, like, well, I guess it worked out again, but you did it again where you just, threw out the nair when you could have probably waited. Here, let's look at that again. And then you side Bs, and then you go for the nair. Yeah. See, Nathan, you shouldn't have. You like, I mean, right here you could have shined because that the laser auto cancels, so you could have shined. If I were actually like give you advice on how to practice Falco, watch like PPMD VODs where he practices because he does some really good things. But like, do a bunch of different stuff out of your lasers and practice like all those mix-ups, like laser shine, laser dash dance, laser jab, laser, laser wave dash, all this stuff. Because when a situation like this comes along, you'll be ready for the shine. Standard edge guard, good stuff. That bear is really good by Fox. Silliness. Yeah, again, Nathan James. Again, you let's look at this is the last thing we'll look at this match or this game. You're shielding that like he's no position to threaten you that hard, right? In this position where he's shielding you and you're in the center. And you might have tried right here, you're about to roll. You might have tried to wave dash out of shield, but this is easy money where Nathan's getting antsy and he's trying to get out of the corner or into the center of the stage more like, and all you have to do is just shield, or maybe not even shield, maybe take the laser and then jump in back air, or shield the laser then jump in back air. Shielding limits your options, like I said earlier, but I mean, like what I'm trying to say is like he's in no position to threaten you right now, and you shouldn't shouldn't give him the opportunity to. But I think he gets some off it. Oh, and then you're like spaghetti, I guess. Yeah, you can crouch cancel lasers. Oh, I got some things to catch up on. You can crouch cancel lasers. At least, Julian, at least they don't, they do, it's just, they don't, like, abuse it as hard as they can. Lower level species, I guess. Falco actually has a lot of good auto cancels. Even Fox has some good like his auto cancel bear from the ledge is good, and he has a full hop auto cancel bear that's also good. Auto cancel is dope. Like everyone should figure out every move you can auto cancel with your character, and like she can auto cancel her fair, which is like the mix up on that are pretty broken, honestly. Like they're so good, and all you need to do like just figure out in certain situations, and then figure out like in certain situations what you should do after you like fair someone as Sheik, like an auto cancel fair, and figure out like what your opponent is thinking and what are they feeling, like what are they afraid of right now. Are they afraid of like the grab? Are they afraid of this, that? Because you could like fair down smash, fair jab, fair grab. You can do a lot of stuff. Yeah, I kind of saw that a little bit, James, which is like you play Fox and like Fox is pretty inconsistent, especially like at an early level. Well, not just early level, like every level, honestly. I mean, ask Devin how like inconsistent Fox is; he'll tell you. But yeah, the shielding is. It's just you gotta like shielding. I learned this from Bladewise. Bladewise told me this is shielding is the best move and also the worst move in the game because you just shield when you know like it. And this is way easier said than done. And this is something I'm working on even right now. Shield when you know the shield is safe, and that's like super general statement, but like. You'll learn those. It's just like any other game and any other thing you'll ever learn is you'll figure out when when you should shield and when you shouldn't, and and that's how you get better at this game, honestly, just figuring out those minute situations. Yeah, you can make shield safe by tilting. That took me forever to implement into my game, shield tilting. So if you can't get that right into your game right away, then don't worry about it. Spacey's shield tilts are actually amazing. Like Marth's is not that good. It helps sometimes, but it's not that good. Yeah. Like the more you play, the more you go to tournaments, and the more you like. I'll tell you right now. Like since you and Nathan both, and any Spacey learning the game, anyone learning the game in general, actually, anyone who wants to learn how to play and get good, is just go to tournaments. Period. Go to tournaments. Like period. There's no other way around it. Like no one got good by, not even PPMD got good just by like sitting in his room. They like Mewtwo King, all the good people. They all went to tournaments, like because when you go to tournaments, you get used to that feel of being nervous and like messing up. One piece of advice I'll give you guys, you and Nathan both, especially you, James, since you said you were messing up at this tournament, is if you are messing up and there's like nothing you can do about it, and like there's absolutely like nothing you can do about it. You're just like, I'm messing up. I cannot wave shine right now to save my life. Like all my timings are off. You gotta play to how you're playing at the time and let it figure itself out. So if you can't wave shine, or you can't figure out your timings, you gotta play around that and choose options that would fit you better. You gotta go back to the basics. For example, like if I can't get my auto cancel nair timing right as Marth, I will straight up not do it and not even go for it. And if I need a nair, I will just shuffle it. Like you can't force things that aren't happening in your game at the moment. It just doesn't work that way, especially Fox, because Fox is like technical. Wave shine is bae. Taku is a huge Fox fan. He loves Fox. He has a body pillow of Fox, actually, if you guys didn't know. It's actually a fact. And don't let him tell you otherwise. He loves Fox. Anyway, Nathan takes game 2. A good shield DI example I like is so if you're if you're on a platform as like Fox and Marth's below you, he can poke you through with an F smash. But if you shield shield DI down and tilt your shield down, you won't get poked. That's the main application, I would say, at this level. Like if you're going to start implementing it, do it for stuff like that. Also, if you're Marth and Fox can shield poke you from above, like poke your head. And if Marth shield DI's up a little bit, for the first part of a shield, he'll be able to block that. But Marth's shield is kind of small, so it stops working after a little bit. All right, game 3. Where are we going? We're going to Yoshi's, aren't we? Oh, FD maybe? All right. Yeah, the poking Marth's head's juicy. So this is like, I honestly think Falco, like at least like at least like at like the level of Corvallis melee. If there was a Falco main and a Fox main, and I never heard of them before, and they went to FD, my initial thought is that, and they were at like similar skill levels. My initial thought is that Falco would do better. I remember you telling me at the tournament your chain grabs are like off, James, and if that is true, it's hard for you to catch up because it's hard for Fox to catch up because Falco's punish game on FD against Fox is pretty good. As you see, you're already at 67%, so really unsafe back air by Nathan. Nathan looks like he's playing pretty well, like in this moment right now. He's doing what he needs to do, and he's starting to shine or laser grab. That was a good laser grab. So Nathan's adapting now too, which is nice. I like to see that. So yep. And like I said earlier, James, like it's your choice if you want to shield after that laser, and that's what neutral's all about. And that's what melee's all about. It's like something's gonna happen. I have to make a decision, and I have to live with those consequences. If you thought he was gonna laser nair and you shielded, great. Like roll out of it and you're good. Well, maybe not unless Nathan is like on top of you, like and reads your roll. But sometimes you just do something in melee, like you get lasered and you decide to shield, and you just get grabbed for it. And in that moment, Nathan got the outplay. Nathan outplayed you, and that happens all the time. And that's what a set's all about: is who outplays who and what instances and how much do they do it. But and you can figure out like, oh, Nathan has been not laser grabbing this whole game. Maybe it's like safe to shield. Those things factor into your decision making. But I will say is that you have shielded a lot, from what I've seen. Nathan does a good read. You most definitely messed that up, is what I'm thinking, actually, though. Oh, wait, no, never mind. I thought you tournament winnered. Yeah, you probably just were trying to get back on stage pretty quickly. Saw a misstep cancel there. Even then, okay, this is actually hilarious. This might have just been like you tech flipping, though. Here, let's see this again. So I saw a shield right there. Watch this. I'm gonna like A/B this thing, just because I think it's funny. And these might be something you could work on in practice. But like right there. So watch this. So you get hit, and you're gonna do an aerial, and then you're gonna shield right here, or right here, and right there. So that might be you messing up your L canceling timing, like you're holding down the button too long, or it might be a habit, or it might be both. So I'm just trying to point that out. You want to have as much. Fox has really good mobility, so you want to have the most. You want to make the most of it. Try wave dashing out of aerials. That actually helped me a lot. Okay, that was bad. I want to see what he was trying to do. He's done this twice. Nathan did this twice in the set, where he accidentally ledge canceled and then like fared. Yeah. Yeah, Nathan, one thing I could say about, your overall gameplay is just what I've been saying the whole time, basically, and it's like, shoot a laser. Here, I'll actually go back. Shoot a laser and then just see what happens. See, like, what the heck happens, Actually, this was good, but there was an instance earlier where you were just, like, kind of just doing Falco-y things for no reason. So, this is good pressure. You're about to laser the other way, yeah, and then you're about to dare. And you get punished for it, yeah. So, like, all this to say, just, like, keep them there with lasers. Like, there's no dire need to be throwing out these aerials right now, So, yeah, all I'll say is just, like, and PPMD is a big proponent of this. It's just shoot a laser, dash dance, see what they do, If they shield, that tells you something about what they're afraid of. If they shield, it clearly means they're afraid of getting hit. Yeah. It's hard to, because I'm not even that good, so it's hard to like say like everything you should look out for when you do laser, especially since I'm not a Falco player, and I'm not even that good. But I will say is that observing your opponent when they are afraid gives you a lot of information about what to do next time. That's all I'll say about that. Alright, let's continue with our story. Okay, silliness. You definitely. Yeah, you probably meant to up throw again. Good stuff. See, yeah, right there, Nathan. Nathan just lasered and just backed off. PC Chris calls it hot and cold. You know, like that's good stuff. Like you didn't get hit, you didn't get killed or anything. You lasered and you backed off, and all you did from that situation was learn something. You know what I'm saying? You might have been able to get a punish, but the fact that you didn't get killed or didn't get punished for it is like the most important part. Shield angling is dank, and you can ruin shield pressure with it if you angle high. Yeah, but it's more simple. Especially now to like figure out when your opponent is gonna try and go for something and roll out of it, or do a defensive option out of it, rather than try and mess it up with shield DI. But you can do it, I guess. You can also get out of shine grab if you shield DI out, or you might have to smash shield DI out. Yep. Another problem is you guys are like just messing up tech skill, and like that's completely normal. The more you'll play, the less you will do that, and the more you play, and if you remember to go back to the basics, if you're not doing everything you want to do, then it'll be easier to like see where you're, like if you're missing all your wave shines, if every time I see you shine, you just jump right out of it, it's clear to me you're missing your wave shines. So what you can do out of that is just not go for the wave shine right away and just go for another option. And from there, it doesn't even look like you're messing up tech, and you're doing things you still want to do, because like you go on tilt really easily if what you're trying to tell Fox or Falco to do isn't happening. Like, and I hate that, and everyone hates that, and that happens with all characters. Is where, oh, I'm trying to make Sheik do this, but Sheik's not doing it. That makes you really frustrated and go on tilt. So go back to the basics if you can't get something right. That's what I'll say. You got to play to how you're playing at the time. Yep. All right. Hold on one sec. All right. Let's go. Good edge guard. I mean, that was like pretty standard. Yeah. You did have some good stuff in there. One thing I'll say about Nathan is right here he's about to go for like an option to get down. I guess it worked that time. Well, kind of. But he did that twice in a row. Let's see that again, actually. Or wait, we went too far back. It's okay, we'll watch this again. What I was going to say is Nathan was in the air and came down with an aerial, which was there twice in a row. And sometimes your main goal should just to be, like, see right there, that was 1. And 2's coming up. And that one, like, almost worked out, I guess. But sometimes your main focus is to just get down as Fox or Falco. And to, like, especially on FD, you just want to get down as quickly as you can. And as, like, not just quickly as you can, as safely as you can. So I would say those dares were unnecessary. Yeah. You gotta prioritize things, Do I need to live here, or do I need to get a random dare that might not convert, you know what I'm saying? Oh, okay, this is like so sad. This was like so sad. Hold on one sec.
Is Nathan at 0 when this happens? No, he's at something or other, 11, I guess. Yeah, I mean, that right there, like, was the tail of this set, you know, like, going in when you might not have needed to go in. Oh. And, you know, that's Melee. That happens sometimes, like, you had too much drift forward, which made you go off. Yeah, I mean, that's just Melee. Sometimes stuff like that happens. Yep. What I'll say about that, I guess, is, you know, like, dang, that's like super sad, I guess. You see gear punish here. Yeah, I mean, that's just rough. Like, you just needed more, like, less drift forward. When stuff like that happens, you just gotta, like, nod your head and be like, yep, alright, next stock, let's do this. See, because, like, I'm proud of you for this, Nathan, because a lesser man would have tilted so hard, but you take a 25% punish and then just finish it off. So, from here, you just gotta think, alright, let's last stock. 25% is nothing, you know, like, I can still crash cancel most things. Give me 1 sec. Wow, shine spikes are good, you know, like, when you're in tournament and you got one, do it, you know, like, and it might feel like shine spikes carry you, but, you know, like, I'm sure it's, like, it's not as heavy as you think, you know what I'm saying? Because I think that was the only shine spike you got, and, like, look at this, you're like, oh, okay, we messed up the edge guard. That was almost a sick edge guard. So you guys got close games. Nathan has a cool head. And, oh. See, yep. It's just Melee. There was one situation. It was that last situation that was the tail of the set. It was a really good laser grab here because, you know, like I said, James, you've been shielding those a lot. So, hold on. Alright, so you make a, like, Nathan this time that edge guard, I will say that for sure, because he did it early. Like, if he, like, let me look at this again. Like, yeah, no, he shouldn't, like, wait, did he mistime that? Let me see this. No, he didn't mistime it that badly. He probably would have gotten the dare if he would have gone in. Yeah, it's just he almost had that and missed the down smash, and he died for it. And James was the victor. Oh. Some tight bats though. That was a pretty good set. Yeah, I'll try and, like, recap what I was saying, which was both of you need to work on, like, knowing when you are at the when you are at the advantage, and just remember that advantageous situations don't go stale. They don't expire. You can keep them for as long as you want, you know, as long as you are able to keep them. And I would say advantageous situations, them in the air, so, like, your opponent above you or in the air. Falco gets kind of weird because Falco's pretty good. Has, like, a really high priority move downward, which is dare. So you just gotta be careful of that as Fox, and as, like, any character. When they're in the corner, it's definitely advantageous for the person not in the corner.